Toastmasters, what's in it for me? Hi, my name is Fong Chua and welcome to another MMMindbites. Today I want to talk about a program that I've been a part of for many years and I've found a lot of value in being a part of, and that is Toastmasters. A program that has helped me with my leadership skills, my communication skills, and my overall confidence. I've always been asked the question, why am I still involved with Toastmasters? Why am I so active in Toastmasters? And the answer to that question is an answer to another question, and that is the question, what's in it for me? When I'm being so involved with an activity or a program or a project in Toastmasters, I ask myself, what's in it for me? And it is that question that allows me to come up with an answer that is the value of Toastmasters for myself. It is that the answer to what is in it for me is the motivation, the inspiration, that why I want to be so involved and why I'm still part of Toastmasters. Now, I'm not able to give you specifically what the value is because value is in the eye of the beholder. You have to feel it, you have to experience it for yourself, and you have to know what the value is for you specifically. But what I can do is share with you my experiences and my journey of Toastmasters, and hopefully that would allow you to envision what it is that potentially is the value for yourself and what you can get out of Toastmasters as well. Now, before Toastmasters, I was one of those people that was always in the back of the room and did not want to engage in any conversation. Networking is just not my thing at all, which is one of the biggest reasons why I became an engineer. I would just sit down, do all my calculations, and be on my way. But soon after I became an engineer, the economic downturn came about and jobs were scarce. And I soon realized that I had to expand myself. I can't just rely on my 9-to-5 day job, the traditional job, and I got into business. I got into real estate investing and networking and going into seminars and all those kinds of things. Now, I didn't have any business background, but I did know one thing, and that one thing is I had to be able to speak. I had to be able to speak so that I can network better, so I can connect better, so I can talk to people more engagingly so that they want to hear what I have to say and we can share ideas. And that is why I joined Toastmasters. Now, I'm one of those people that loves to collect things. I want to make sure that all my hockey cards are there. I want to make sure that I have a complete set of something. I want to make sure that all the requirements are checked off, all the boxes are checked off, and I can just look at it and go, wow, I finished all those check marks. And Toastmasters gave me that structure. It gave me a communications path and also a leadership path. And when I saw that sheet of paper that showed all the little checkboxes or empty checkboxes for the leadership and the communication side, that eventually leads me to my DTM, my Distinguished Toastmasters status, that was one of my motivations. I couldn't wait to check off each speech that I've done. I couldn't wait to check off each role that I completed or check off the projects that I've completed. That was one of my motivations. I soon realized that after each speech that I've done, one after another, I went from stuttering and shaking my first speech out of my mouth to being able to prepare faster, organize better, not using notes, walking out of the podium and being able to speak in front of people better, using my body language more, and being able to perform a speech. As I took on more roles as the Toastmaster of a meeting, as I took on the executive role and chairing a contest, organizing events, and then becoming an area director, I found myself being able to connect with people better, being able to build relationships that last longer, and being more fulfilled by seeing people grow around me and being inspired by their success. I found that the more involved I was in Toastmasters, that the more I was growing, the more I was learning, the more I was developing a forever learning mindset. And I was blown away by the doors and the opportunities and the paths that Toastmasters has opened up for me, either directly or indirectly. So for example, when at work, I was soon put into this role where I was leading a project. I was looking after 15 to 20 people. I was coordinating with different departments and clients, working with vendors, having them come in to do presentations, introducing them, and being put in a situation where I'm now representing the company at job fairs and at different events. Now, whether or not my chief or my supervisor knew I was a Toastmaster at the time, I truly believe that it was the skill sets I learned from Toastmasters that I put into my daily life, my body language, my demeanor, the way I interact with people, that got noticed by my superiors and believed that I was the right person for that role, and or I was ready for that role to grow. Soon after that, not only in my work life, but even in my business life, my business coach one day came up to me and challenged me to write my own book. And I was completely shocked because the first thing that came to mind is, who am I to write a book? But after some careful thinking and some careful planning, I realized that, you know what, a 10-chapter book is no different than writing 10 speeches, which is exactly what I did. I took a few of my speeches that I've been doing at the clubs, and I put them all together, expanded it a bit some more, and connecting them, and eventually that was my book. And I was very excited to see my book being published. Soon after that, my coach then challenged me again and said, hey, it's time for you to do a presentation for my conference. And his conference had about 50 to 60, 70 people involved. And I was thinking, sure, why not? I could do, what, a half an hour, 45-minute speech? And I was blown away again because he goes, oh, no, you're going to be up there for 2 hours. 2 hours? I can't do 2 hours. And he goes, why not? You're in Toastmasters, you could speak. And after he said that, I realized, you know what? Why can't I do it? It's really putting a whole bunch of speeches together and expanding it a little bit, which is, again, exactly what I did. I looked at all my speeches. I was able to combine a whole bunch of speeches together and which eventually became my 2-hour presentation. Now, outside of my business and my work life, my social life was enhanced as well. It allowed me to be able to showcase what I was able to do. I'm part of a club that was doing a big event, a big charity event. And last minute, I was put in a situation where I had to MC the entire event in front of 150 people. I did not prep for this, I did not expect this, but on the spot, I was now the MC for that event in front of 150 people. Talk about the worst table topics feeling ever. But because I was involved with Toastmasters, taking on roles like the Toastmaster role and the timer role and the general evaluator role, I was able to organize that event on the fly, knowing when to clap, when to introduce people, how to introduce people, when to have pauses, and when to have certain times that the dinner comes out. That was all because of Toastmasters and how I was able to learn from that and apply it to my social life. With that event, it was so successful that I was eventually approached by other people coming up to me asking me if I wanted to MC their events and coming back to MC this event. That event then led to the opportunity of doing a youth leadership program, a program that was done also by Toastmasters. I was given the opportunity to coach and mentor 10 youth leadership young adults who was able to work on their speaking skills and their communication skills. That feeling of appreciation that I was getting from them for helping them grow and watching them grow was a feeling that I can never replace. It was unbelievable. That then led to the opportunity to speak to another leadership class at a junior high school in front of another 60, 70 kids about public speaking. The more and more I worked with these young adults and other people, I wanted to be more engaged and more involved with helping other people. So I got into coaching and mentoring, either in speaking or in business, and then that led to doing some online videos, writing more books, doing more speaking events, and eventually taking on higher roles in Toastmasters like the area director role. So that is what Toastmaster has done for me. That is what is in it for me when I'm thinking about Toastmasters. The confidence, the credibility, the people that I've inspired, the feeling of appreciation of working with other people, seeing people grow, the mindset of forever learning. That is what I've gotten from Toastmasters and why I'm grateful for being a part of it. By applying those skill sets like the communications and the leadership skill sets, not only in my Toastmasters meetings, but also making it congruent with my social life, my business life, my work life, my home life, making it all work together, making it all congruent. not wasting anything, makes that feeling even better, making that value of Toastmasters even stronger. So right now, I just would like to challenge all of you, whether you're thinking about joining Toastmasters, or if you are in Toastmaster or a seasoned Toastmaster, think about how can you make Toastmasters congruent in all facets of your daily life, and see what opportunities and what paths and what doors Toastmasters can open for you. That is all for today, and just remember, every day is the day that you can unlock your potential. I'll talk to you next time.